over the UK, around 200,000 Muslim children attend a madrasa after school. Here they spend up to 2 hours each day learning the language and beliefs of Islam. So what exactly happens there?
I think it's our duty as parents to teach our children our religion, as well as we've got to take into account they have to have a good education.
For them to learn their religion, you know, they were born Muslims, they need to know a little bit about their religion whilst they're young, till when they reach 18 or something, they can decide themselves what they want to do.
I'm happy with my children to be in a normal mainstream school, as well as attending the madrasa in the evening.
Madrasa Salafia in the Small Heath district of Birmingham is part of the local mosque, a traditional location managed by head teacher Wasim Khan.
At Madrasa Salafia we have 270 students. 50% are girls and 50% boys. As teaching staff we have 22 teachers.
By contrast, the Zawiya Madrasa, situated near the city centre, is in an Islamic centre where head teacher Sister Amal is in charge of an all-female staff.
We run here the Zawiya Islamic School, and we have about 100 students. They come after school, 4:30 to 6:30, 4 days a week only.
The children are set not according to age, but according to their ability in Arabic and Islamic studies. Classes are mixed at the Zawiya. Generally, pupils finish attending madrasa by the time they reach 14.
The madrasa has come out of real need and necessity, simply because the mainstream curriculum doesn't cater for young Muslims and Islamic teaching.
Going to mainstream schools and spending 6-7 hours studying and then having to come to madrasa, it can be mentally demanding. So we try and make it very enjoyable for the student, and we also appreciate the fact that he has been or she has been through a long day, so we do not try and overburden them in terms of giving them too much.
This is the word kataba. Say kataba. Kataba. What does it mean? It means to write. Look, the letter in the word kitabun are the same as in kataba. Kaf, ta, ba. This is the level 3 class, and they learn reading Arabic and writing, and also we teach them in every new lesson the new words, for especially the words that have been used in the Quran. Hada. What does it mean?
This.
This.
The reason that we try and implement more Arabic in terms of getting the children to understand and learn Arabic is because the religion of Islam was revealed in Arabic, and it's an integral part of the religion.
Hada kitabun.
Hada kitabun.
Yes. What does it mean?
This is a book.
This is a book.
A translation can only give you a taste. To understand the Quran, you have to understand Arabic.
Hada. We don't use only the same method every time. We use sometimes exercise book and some color books with the Arabic text. So they enjoy and they learn new words. And Hada Kitabullah.
Hada kitabullah.
This is a book of Allah.
This is the book of Allah.
We've been learning how to say this is the book of a certain person. For example, to say this is the book of Allah, you have to say Haza Kitabullah. And it's simple when you get to know how to do it, because you just add their name after Haza Kitab.
The word madrasa is derived from the Arabic verb darasa, which relates to learning or teaching. Therefore, madrasa literally means a place where learning or teaching is done.
So madrasa, at the heart of it, is a center, a place, an institution to study and to learn.
The aim for this school, I mean this kind of schools, to let the child learn about his or her religion.
Here at the Zawiya Madrasa, pupils learn about what are known as scientific miracles in the Quran. In today's lesson, pupils combine learning Arabic with learning about the formation of the mountains as described in the Quran.
I'm going to start off with a verse from the Quran, the verse that explains the role of the mountain on earth.
Right, I put you in 4 groups, 2 groups of 3 and 2 groups of 2. And with the crayons I've just given you, if every one of you has a turn at writing down wal jibala awtada.
The importance of Arabic is not just the Quran, it's understanding the Quran. Reading the Quran, okay, you can read it, but you've got to understand because it has great meanings.
We'll say it together. Wal jibala awtada. Right, what this actually means is that we place firmly embedded mountains on the earth so it would not move under them.
There are so many miracles in the Quran, and it's important that they understand the miracles of the Quran because it's our holy book.
We really have fun every day when we're in the madrasa, and we learn a lot, and when we go back home we tell our parents what we learned.
The ones that I enjoy the most are the ones where you get like Islamic studies and when you learn about the Prophet and stuff, because I think it's
Important and
important.
It's interesting to know about.
And it's a part of your life that you should do every day for a Muslim, I would say.
To them, it's like having fun, learning about their religion in a fun way, so they get all excited.
Learning Arabic at such a young age could be quite daunting, but for many Muslim children, it is natural for them to know a number of languages.
I am 10 years old. The languages I can speak are Bengali, Arabic. The languages I can write are Arabic, English, and I can also speak English. I can read and write English, and I can read Arabic, English, Urdu, Arabic. That's it. I know Urdu, Punjabi, and English. I can read and write Punjabi.
I speak Punjabi with my grandma, I speak English with my dad, and I speak Urdu with my mom.
And I can speak Spanish.
Urdu, Gujarati, Mirpuri, Portuguese.
I can read Arabic. I can speak a little bit of it. I mostly speak Bengali
and English.
For the youngest madrasa pupils, teachers draw on the repertoire of strategies which any good teacher would employ. Storytelling, picture books, and role play.
Right. Assalamu alaikum, everybody.
When teaching the children, Nilofer usually has her face uncovered. However, due to her beliefs, she was obliged to cover her face and hands for our filming.
We realise after school it can be very tiring for some, especially the young ones. So we don't try and keep it too intense, but yet give them just enough quality in their teaching and everything, but obviously not too intensive. Keep it fun and simple.
We can have a story today. The story's called The Old Man's Prayer. I wonder what that's about. Okay, I'm going to read the story, then we'll see who's listening really carefully, because I might ask you some questions in the end.
We normally find in general that younger children have a lower level of concentration. So we try and use a lot more interaction to try and get the younger children involved.
Whenever the Prophet Zakaria visited Maryam alayhi salam, you can sit down now, Zakaria. Okay, good girl. In her niche, she lived in a little place all by herself. In the shrine, you will find that she had fresh food. What was it?
From Allah.
Yes, from Allah. It was a miracle. It just appeared like that. Wow. All the food. Doesn't that look yummy?
The reason we have stories taken from the Quran is we believe that these stories have good moral values and they have positive influence on the children, and hopefully we see these stories to have role models for the children who they can hopefully aspire to.
So Yahya was such a good person. He never spoke back to his mommy and daddy. He loved the old and the young. He was good to his neighbours, mashallah. There's so many amazing things that Islam can teach about behaviours, morals, and way of life. It's lovely, you know, they get to really interact and they love that. Try not to look at the fruit.
For older students, the madrasa is also a place for them to discuss the reasons for elements of their faith.
It's not just the post 9/11 world, But there are other issues like drugs, for example. There are issues around gangs, bullying. There are issues relating to, for example, having girlfriends and those kind of growing up things. How do you negotiate that? Because there is so much pressure on young Muslims.
Can we have some of you telling us about your own experiences? Maybe you've been bullied in here or maybe at school.
Yeah, when I was little, I used to get bullied, and then one day we were playing football, and he said that, pass me the ball, otherwise I'll hit you. And then one day I went to the teacher, and the teacher talked to him, and he never did it again.
Excellent. That's the best thing to
What's happening in schools nowadays? Unfortunately, there's a lot of bullying going on. Some students suffer quietly. They don't go home, tell their parents. Some actually inflict the damage themselves. So it's important to show them how it affects people, their feelings, and the way we bring it is from the perspective, Islamic perspective, is about feelings, about hurting people, and how God will be angry with you.
If you bully somebody, for example, what do you think you're doing to that person?
He feels tortured.
He feels tortured, maybe, yes?
Angry.
They might feel angry, yes.
They feel hurt.
They may feel hurt, good.
We feel that madrasa can make children into good Muslims as well as good citizens. What they learn from madrasas are universal values about tolerance, about being good to your neighbours, etc. Teachings which are found within Islam. There you go. Excellent.
I've seen this on my child. I've seen his behaviour in school and even the community and even on the streets where he plays with the kids. I can see a lot of effect of the madrasa having upon him. So alhamdulillah, I'm really happy and he's really progressing in the madrasa, and I can see his manners have changed a lot.
Just to conclude now, inshallah, we're going to have some recitation of the Holy Quran. If you just want to come to the front, inshallah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم آمن الرسول بما أنزل إليه من ربه والمؤمنون كل آمن بالله وملائكته وكتبه ورسله لا نفرق بين أحد من رسله وقالوا سمعنا وأطعنا غفرانك ربنا.
That journey of self-discovery of one's identity, that if proper Islamic teaching isn't given to young people, what tends to happen is that void, that space and that gap somewhere down the line in that journey of life is filled by the wrong, incorrect and extreme interpretation of Islam.